Got space Nazis and space Christians. Where do I start?
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
That's smart. I guess I'll start at the chronologically. You have the Old Republic, which is a video game, so it doesn't count. Then you go to the prequels, which are bad, but basically Star Wars is a bunch of planets that are all under the control of people, and those people are Emperor Palpatine. How does Star Wars work? What do you explain? Do you start with the Force? Would you start with just the concept of intergalactic government?
Start with episode 4.
Okay, New Hope. You have.
I guess you'd start with
Farmer
episode
Boy.
1, really.
Are you explaining Star Wars?
Do you want me to?
Shut the fuck up then.
Oh, should we start at episode 1?
Probably.
All right, episode 1, The Phantom Pain. You have little boy Annie. You have a lot of racism, for one thing. There's just Federation. It's just really, and then you have like weird little boy Annie. So yeah, a lot of racism in the first episode. So you boom, opening scene, some Jedi maybe. It's in there. So Jedi are basically space Christians with superpowers. God actually exists in this universe. He controls things without touching them, without anyone touching them. They like lift up, stuff down. So they're fucking with some racist Chinese people. Shit goes bad. They land on Tatooine, maybe, kind of. Then you have this little slave boy, but he's a white slave, and he has a white slave mother too. It's not like black slaves or slavery. It is slavery. And slavery exists because they're out like in Louisiana, essentially. The equivalent, or I guess more like Nevada, because it's a desert, but basically somewhere where no one really cares about them. So you're there. At some point they put all their faith in this little boy to drive a race car, essentially, a space race car. There's this one fucking guy who's just a huge dick who fucks them up. Anyway, they win the day, whatever. So we have little space boy. We have Padawan, who's actually the Empress or some fucking shit. It's Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman plays her. So you have Natalie Portman's there. Obi-Wan Kenobi, who's Ewan McGregor at some point, and then you have Taken Man. And so that ragtag group of individuals, they go.
Is it Ewan in the first one?
Ewan McGregor, yeah.
Oh, okay. I know he's in the next two.
Ewan McGregor. They round him up. They go fight the separatists. Okay, now this is where you get into the politics, because actually I went back and watched them, and they're actually really interesting. Kind of the politics of the whole thing. So the racist Chinese people are the separatists. They're trying to separate from the Republic.
Of China.
Who are actually being controlled by Count Dooku, who was a former Jedi but is now a Sith, because the Jedi Council or the Republic is ruled by a Sith Lord, who's Emperor Palpatine, who also is maybe what's his fuck now? Obi-Wan. Who's the fucking guy with the Count Dooku? Count Dooku. There's also I'm getting too ahead of myself. But so they go kill the end of episode 1. Episode 2 begins 10 years later. Anakin is now kind of a Jedi. Obi-Wan is now Ewan McGregor.
He was always Ewan McGregor.
No, wasn't he different?
No, he was always Ian McGregor.
He's older Ewan McGregor.
Yes.
What happens in that movie? Ooh, the Clone Wars. Episode 3. Darth Vader turns into Anakin. And then what else?
Darth Vader turns into Anakin.
Anakin, yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, alright.
Anakin Skywalker turns into Darth Vader. The Emperor wins. Anyway, boom. Now we really start. Episode 4. Revenge of the Sith.
Wait, what do you mean we really start?
Now we've really started. This is when I'll really talk about it.
Okay. So this is what Star Wars actually is.
Yes.
So what was the first bit?
We don't talk.
Okay, alright.
Where's the best part?
Why is George Lucas such a bad director? Honestly. Fight me. Fucking fight me.
Is he better or worse than Ryan Johnson and or JJ?
Knives Out was so good.
Knives-
American Graffiti was fucking trash. I'm pretty sure. Boom. Episode 4. You get Luke Skywalker.
Hold
Anakin
on, one
Skywalker's
second.
son,
I'm
but
gonna
no,
pause for a sec.
Record. Misa
Alright.
forgot.
Misa
Misa forgot Jar Jar Binks, who actually gives Palpatine complete control over the government. This is how that scene goes. It's Palpatine, his Twi'lek buddy, which no one really talks about, and then Jar Jar. And the Twi'lek buddy's like, man, it's a shame Empress Padawan isn't here to give us supreme control. If only there was someone who would. And then both of them just look at Jar Jar Binks. And then the next scene is Jar Jar Binks going, Misa thinks Misa should give all the power to the Sith Lord Emperor Palpatine. And then they do. And then he has ultimate power. That's episode 2.
Or is it 3?
No, that was
No,
episode
that was
2.
2.
Okay.
Because then in 3, other things happen, but it's not really relevant. Going back to episode 2, you have Jango Fett, who's Boba Fett's daughter, who maybe is connected
Daughter?
to Dude, trans. Alright.
Alright.
Star Wars is super ahead of its time for its time. If you consider its time to
Also,
be a long
daughter?
time ago. What else? Fuck, what happened to those shitty... I watched them all recently. At least the first 3. You know, the bad ones.
So what happens in episode 4?
Alright, episode 4. Boom, again. You have Luke Skywalker, a poor farmer boy who farms water. His whole family dies. He finds some droids. What happened to those? Okay, so he finds so first, Carrie Deadass Fisher gives C-3PO and R2-D2
Carrie Deadass.
she did too many drugs. It's her fault.
What the
I'm
fuck,
afraid
dude?
the Russians are gonna start yelling at us. But she gives them some secret shit about the Death Star that you find out in Rogue One. Rogue One, best Star Wars movie, we won't even talk about it. Gives that to them. They fall on a desert planet. They're just fucking around, get attacked by Jawas, who are basically... Houtini. They basically just steal everything. They're kind of little fucks. Some poor-ass moisture farmer buys them. He's like, oh shit, this droid has a secret message. Whoa, Ben Kenobi? Is that old fucking crazy guy? Should I look at the camera? I don't want to look at it.
No, it doesn't.
So
You're,
they go
you're
to
doing
so
great.
they go to Ben Kenobi. He's like, you're a Jedi. Now this is where it's kind of inconsistent, because he's like, oh, I've never met these two droids, C-3PO and R2-D2. Then the prequels, they're always hanging out. So it's like, did he actually go crazy? I think he did. I'd like to think that he actually kind of lost his mind. Because you think about it, right? You're just out in the desert for like... How long is it? Is it 30 years? How old is it? 20 years. You're just out in the desert. You fucking some Tauntauns? You fucking some Jawas? Do you think he fucks Jawas? Couldn't you fuck a Jawa?
You can. I'm not going to describe how it works, but you can.
Are they hot?
So when they look at you,
No.
they're like Utini
No,
because
they
of your tiny dick.
Imagine an eldritch monster. That's what a Jawa is.
Anyway, so they
So it's
team
hentai.
up. They go...
Not exactly. Looks
They
like
go-
a goddamn shug-off.
They go to a bar. They go to a bar and talk with Han Solo, who shoots Greedo first.
Okay, all right.
Unless he does that actually, and he misses. So that's how you get Harrison Ford in the movie. Then they all three go on a Millennium Falcon, shoot up into space. I think they go to the Death Star at that point, and they're like, "It's a moon, or it's not a moon." They go to the Death Star. They fuck.
Pretty sure the
around.
line is "That's no moon."
That's a moon.
Harrison Ford was always high during all that shit.
Do you know that I think actually before, wasn't he just like hired, just like, fuck it, you seem cool. He
Yeah.
he was a carpenter, right? Just like Jesus. And he would put he would modify jacuzzis to have little weed compartments for people to smoke their weed.
You know, he was always high. He was always smoking.
Do you know
he wouldn't do anything
he
without
also,
being high.
He also fucked Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, no, they fucked.
When he was married.
Yeah,
She's like
Carrie-
half his age.
Yeah, she was in an interview. She was like, "Yeah, I fucked him." She was very.
So that's how
proud
you get
about
Harrison
it.
Ford in. At some point, Darth Vader shows up, who's the best. He actually shows up at the very beginning, but I forgot. He kills Obi-Wan Kenobi. They all fuck off. This movie's super long.
You know, Vader's voiced by a black dude.
Yeah, he's played by a white dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, it's James Earl Jones.
Yep.
Yeah, Mufasa.
Oh yeah,
What a-
fantastic voice actor and just actor.
that's good. What else has he been in?
I don't know. Episode 5 or 4. Continue 4. Finish 4.
Episode 4. So they kill Darth. No, they don't kill Darth Vader. They kill. Who did
Nobody
they kill?
kills Darth Vader.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Should I start back at 1?
No.
Okay, so we're at episode 4. We'll go back to one. We'll loop around.
Joseph, we're 10 minutes in.
That's too many minutes.
You're a third of the way through this.
That's still shorter than the Star Wars movie, surprisingly.
So what you okay?
Yeah,
what,
get
what,
me back on track. Get me
what
back
did you?
on
Oh
track.
yeah. Okay. So there's
Oh, so
droids
they kill?
and
No, we
They
were
kill
way past
Obi-Wan.
that. So yeah, Obi-Wan's dead. Then they fuck off, meet some rebels. Then they fuck around.
On
Then they go
Yavin 4.
kill the Death Star and blow it up.
all right. So episode 5.
Boom. What the fuck happened? I think Luke goes to Dagobah to meet old Yoda. And they fuck around.
We're just
I'm
gonna skip
I'm
entirely
just
over Hoth here.
Yeah.
Shush.
Okay,
It's
they're
fine.
at Hoth, snow, cold. They're the big Walker boys. Yeah, they kill. Oh, there's a fucking Yeti. There's a Yeti. They kill that. Boom. Fuck off. Go to Dagobah. Honestly, I don't remember that movie. Lando Calrissian's in it. Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite. Just PowerPoint. Just boom. The points you need to know. Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite. Does anything else happen?
Does anything else happen in The Empire Strikes Back? How
Yeah.
about one of the biggest twists in cinematic history?
It's okay. Luke's his father. Well, I already knew that from the prequels.
Sure.
Luke's his father.
Luke's his father. Father is his Luke. Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father, and Princess Leia is his daughter.
Yeah. Okay.
But no one really talks about that enough, in my opinion.
I mean,
So that's all that happens, right? Boom. Episode.
Oh wait, actually,
6.
wait. Isn't it episode 5 where Luke and Leia kiss?
yeah.
Okay. all
Oh
right.
yeah, there's
That's
incest.
relevant. Yeah.
Why is there so much racism and incest in those movies?
It's a long time
in the
ago.
70s and the 80s.
Well, what about the racist stuff?
All right, episode 6.
Look,
Episode
there's only
6.
one black guy in the Star Wars universe until
That
episode
person's
1.
going too fast. They should. Ooh. Fucking slow down.
They're going into a neighborhood.
Dakota's coming to us. Now Dakota can come. What do you think about Star Wars?
We're recording Joseph explaining Star Wars. You want to hang out?
I shouldn't.
So episode 6 starts. They go to Jabba, big slug boy. What happens in episode? Okay, alright. Han Solo's at Jabba's palace. Check mark. Princess Leia goes there to save him. Check mark. Fails. Check mark. Luke Skywalker up there. Check mark. He saves Han Solo, frozen in carbonite. Check mark. They kill Jabba, throw Boba Fett in a pit. What the fuck happens after that? At some point, they kill Darth Vader. I don't know. They win again. Stuff happens. Yoda dies. And that's Star Wars.
So then what happens in episode 7?
Who are you talking to? Are you talking about Star Trek? Are you talking about the 7th Star Trek movie?
I'm talking about the sequel movie.
Do you know what
that's-
the 7th Star Trek movie is?
Yeah, a race before time.
Damn, he actually does.
That's not true.
Okay, so what
That is
happens
true.
in The Force
It's a
Awakens?
race.
What is that?
Star Wars: The Force Awakens, episode 7, directed by J.J. Abrams, starring Daisy
No,
Ridley.
JJ, you're thinking of Star Trek again.
No,
Yeah.
I'm actually not.
No.
So I take it you hate all of the
They're
sequels.
fine. They're boring. They're better than the prequels. Unless you think about... I mean, the prequels are actually kind of fine when you think about it and you make fun of them. I don't know. I don't fucking know. They're just kind of...
I don't think I ever need to watch the actual Star Wars.
You really don't. I mean, honestly, are those movies good? Honestly, no.
All right, thank you for explaining Star Wars, Joseph.
Space Nazi.